Hello students, welcome to Study Live. Today again we will be looking towards some important, very important, most probable questions that may come in your upcoming NEET 2021 exam. Let's see with the very first, which of the following is used for making optical instruments? We know that optical instruments are dealing with light, electromagnetic radiations, correct? And for most of the optical instruments, the compound used is silicon dioxide or simply the silica material, and silica is having a formula SiO2. So the correct option for the given question is option A, that is SiO2. Let's move to the next one. Here comes the next question. A ball of mass 200 gram is moving with a velocity of 10 meter per second. If the error in measurement of velocity is 0.1%, the uncertainty in its position is. The question is based on Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, which is having a formula delta x into delta p is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi, isn't it? But delta p, uncertainty in momentum, can also be expressed as delta x into m delta v greater than or equal to h by 4 pi. Now we are given uncertainty in velocity, which is 0.1%. So delta v can be calculated as 0.1% of how much is the velocity given, which is 10 meter. So 10 by 10, and this comes around 0.01. Further, mass 200 gram, we will convert this into kg, that is 200 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg, and hence delta x is greater than or equal to h by 4 pi into 1 upon m into delta v. Now substitute all the values. This is greater than or equal to value of Planck's constant 6.626 into 10 raised to minus 34 upon 4 into 3.142 into value of mass 200 into 10 raised to minus 3, that becomes 2 into 10 raised to minus 1, that is simply 0.2 into value of delta v 0.01, and if you calculate this all, it comes around 2.62 into 10 raised to minus 32 meter, which is our option D. Let us move to the next one. Now over here, the treatment of R-MgX with RC triple bond CH produces. First of all, Grignard's reagent is reacted with given alkyne in order to produce alkylation or alkylated terminal alkynes. Okay, so R-MgX plus RC triple bond CH. First of all, the product formed is R-H, and rest is the magnesium complex, that is MgX triple bond Cr. So what we will be obtaining is R-H. Correct option is option B. Remember, the method is used for terminal alkylation of alkynes. Let's move to the next one. So let's go for the next one. The problem is bond energies of H bond H, O bond O and O bond H are 105, 120 and 220 kilocalorie per mole respectively. Then delta H, that is enthalpy in the reaction 2H2 plus O2 giving 2H2O, will be which among the following? The problem is based on the calculation of enthalpy regarding or considering the given bond enthalpies. So first of all, delta H of the reaction is given as bond enthalpy summation of bond enthalpy of reactants minus summation of bond enthalpies of products. Correct? So now substitute the values for bond enthalpies of reactant. 2H2. So 2H2 means 2 into into delta H naught of H bond H plus O2 delta H naught of O bond O. This comes the bond enthalpy of summation of bond enthalpies of reactants minus, now H2O molecule can be drawn as HOH, single water molecule involving two OH bonds, but how many such water molecules have been formed? 2. So we will be having 2 into. So 2 into delta H naught of O bond H. Now substitute the values. We will be having 2 into H bond H enthalpy, which is 105, plus O bond O enthalpy 120, total minus of 2 into value of OH bond enthalpy as 220. So overall it comes around 210 plus 120 minus of 880. This comes 330 minus 880, and overall value will become minus 550 kilocalorie. Correct? The correct option is option D. Let's move to the next one. So here we will go with the next one. CH3CH2NH2, that is ethylamine, contains a basic NH2 group, but CH3CONH2, that is acetamide molecule, does not, because which among the following is the correct one? As we know, CH3CH2NH2, that is ethylamine, is basic in nature as it is a Lewis base, because this nitrogen can easily donate the lone pair of electrons available to it to any other electron deficient atom or a molecule. Whereas when we consider acetamide molecule CH3C double bond ONH2, this pair is delocalized in resonance effect over here, and hence this pair of electron is not available for the donation. Hence acetamide is not basic in nature. So the correct option is going to be, in CH3CH2NH2 there is no resonance, while in acetamide the lone pair of electron on nitrogen atom is delocalized, and hence therefore less available for protonation. The correct option is going to be option C. Let's have the next problem. The next one is dealing with the organic chemistry. Reaction of cyclohexanone with dimethylamine in the presence of catalytic amount of an acid forms a compound of water. During the reaction is continuously removed. The compound formed is generally known as amine, enamine, animine, a Schiff's base. Which among the following would be the correct one? Let's draw the structure for the cyclohexanone. It is a cyclic hexagonal ring with ketonic group. Further, dimethylamine, that is NHCH3 twice, which will give us, this hydrogen will be grabbed by oxygen and we will be getting an intermediate with OH group formed and N, N dimethyl substitution. If you are removing water molecule continuously from this one, we will be having in a result double bond formation in a ring and NCH3 twice. This is nothing but enamine. Due to the presence of double bond, alkene has been formed, and due to the presence of dimethylamine, it's amine. So the correct option is going to be an enamine. Let us move to the next one. The next problem we are going to see is from the S block elements. Which of the following is not correct regarding the electrolytic preparation of H2O2, that is hydrogen peroxide? This is completely a theoretical question. for which you need to keep in mind the methods of preparation of hydrogen peroxide, what happens at anode, what happens at cathode. And for your information, if you remember, hydrogen peroxide, if it is prepared electrolytically, hydrogen gas is liberated at cathode and sulfuric acid is oxidized at anode. So which among the following is not correct? Lead is used as cathode? Yes. 50% sulfuric acid is used? Yes. Hydrogen is liberated at anode? No. Just 2 seconds ago we have discussed hydrogen is liberated at cathode, and hence not correct option is going to be option C. Let us move to the next one. The number of rotational conformers of N-butane are. This is again a factual question, but you should know how to draw the structures. Due to the less availability of a time, I will give you the short information. For N-butane, the major conformations are represented as something like this. This is eclipsed conformation, and if I rotate the bond, the same will be observed something like this, which is considered as staggered conformation. And for N-butane, in a data form, we will be having 3 eclipsed conformation, 2 gauche conformation, and third one is going to be anti-conformation. So 3 eclipsed, 2 gauche and 1 anti-conformation. So total 3 plus 2 plus 1. Total number of conformers would be correct option, option B, that is 6 conformers would be there. Let's move to the next one. Here is our next problem. The IUPAC name of a crotonaldehyde. First of all, crotonaldehyde is the end product of aldol condensation of acetaldehyde, that is of ethanol. Correct? So, crotonaldehyde, it's nothing but but2-enol, CH3, CH, double bond CH and CHO. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 basic chain, longest chain of 4 carbon atoms. So it is butene and position at 2. So but2-enol. This is nothing but crotonaldehyde. Correct option is going to be but2-enol. Option B. So here we will go with our next one. The gases absorbed by alkaline pyrogalol and oil of turpentine respectively are, this is again a memory based question. Which gas will be readily absorbed by these two substances, alkaline pyrogalol and the oil of turpentine or oil of cinnamon? This is O2 and O3, that is dioxygen and ozone gases are readily absorbed by these two substances. The correct option is going to be option B. Let's move to the next one. Our next problem given is the structure of cesium chloride crystal is the most important chapter of your 12th standard chemistry, which is solid state chemistry, in which we study different types of solids, unit cells, and among unit cells, the 3 important are simple cube, body centered cube and face centered cubic unit cell. Among them, cesium chloride crystal will show body centered cubic lattice, because in a body centered cube, if we draw its structure, 8 corner atoms will be occupied by Cl minus ion and atom at the center, this is our cesium plus ion, whereas the rest 8 corners are Cl minus ions. So this representing body centered cubic unit cell. Correct option is option A. Let's move to the next one. Here is our next one. The arrangement ABC is referred to as, question from the same chapter, solid state chemistry. If you are having A type of arrangement, it's going to be simple cubic unit cell. If it is AB type of arrangement, it's going to be body centered cubic unit cell. And for ABC, the resultant is face centered cubic unit cell, but it is also called as the most packed structure, also referred as cubic close packing. Hence, the correct option is option D. The next problem, as the temperature increases, the pH of a KOH solution. Fact to remember is pH is depending on the concentration of H plus or OH minus ions in a given solution. But if you are increasing the temperature, it's going to have no effect on the pH value, whether it is acid or a base, and hence due to increasing temperature, the pH will not alter and hence it remains constant. The correct option is option C. Factual question, very simple one. Here is our next problem. The water pollutant mainly responsible for the eutrophication are. Which among the following is the correct one? Cadmium, lead and mercury present in industrial waste? No, these are not responsible for the eutrophication. Heavy metals present in the mining waste? No, they might be moving towards or they might be causing metal poisoning. Detergents and fertilizer containing phosphate anions? Yes, this must be very correct option because the phosphate presence in both these substances helps to increase the algae, which in turn reduces the dissolved oxygen in water bodies, and hence the correct option is option C. So these were the most probable very important questions that might be asked in your upcoming NEET 2021 exam. I hope you have understood their solutions, the concept used over there, the factual memory based questions and all. Stay tuned with the Study Live for such questions. Thank you so much.